Batting third, the right fielder, number 13, Emmett Allen. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 9, Max LaMonica. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 5, John Barron. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 20, Cole Doyle. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 16, Brendan Drinkwater. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 2, Jack Grazioso. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 11, Tim Tolan. And today's starting pitcher for the Raiders is number 3, Nick Ambrose. And now the Quincy President's manager, Rick Beach, and his starting lineup. Leading off, the catcher, number 9, Ryan Beach. Batting second, the right fielder, number 10, Joe McNeil. Batting third, the center fielder, number 7, Brian Gustafson. Batting fourth, today's starting pitcher, number 5, Ronan Saunders. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 6, David Flannery. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 18, Matt Kristiniak. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 11, Luke Welter. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 8, Alex Saunders. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 1, Ronald Gonzalez. And playing at third base is number 13, Caden Cipriano. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, we ask that you please rise and kindly remove your caps and direct your attention to the flag high above the batting cages as we honor the United States of America with the playing of our national anthem, recorded by the combined Quincy High School, North Quincy High School Choir. Thank you.
All right, I'm ready. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Adams Field, where tonight the Quincy Presidents and the North Quincy Raiders will face off for the second time here in the 2026 baseball season. My name is Jonathan Caleri. Thanks for tuning in to this edition of QATV Sports. Again, this is the second time the teams have met here this season. We had an exciting game when the teams met back in April, went down to the bottom of the 7th inning, and North Quincy won on a walk-off and winning that game 4-3. So hopefully we'll see another exciting game here at Adams Field for game number 2 here this season. Game was preceded by the JV game between the two schools, and the North Quincy JV team won that game. It was a 1-0 score. So it was an exciting game. So again, hopefully varsity will follow that out here as we get things ready here at Adams Field. Real quick, we'll run down the starting lineups for both teams. First, for Quincy High School. For North Quincy High School, who's going to be the visiting team here today. Leading off will be Ronan Brown, playing center field. Batting second, Tim Tolan, the catcher. Batting third, Emmett Allen in right field. Batting fourth, Max LaMonica, first base. Batting fifth, John Barron, the designated hitter. Batting sixth, Cole Doyle, playing third base. Batting seventh, Brendan Drinkwater, playing left field. Batting eighth, Jack Grazioso, playing second base. Batting ninth, James Tolan, playing shortstop. And on the mound tonight will be Nick Ambroke, number 3 for the Raiders. For the Presidents, starting on the mound tonight is Ronan Saunders. Behind the plate, Ryan Beach, Matt Kristiniak at first base, Luke Welter at second base, Ronald Gonzalez at short, Caden Cipriano at third base, Alex Saunders in left field, Brian Gustafson in center, and Joe McNeil in right field. North Quincy coming into the game with a record of 7-9, and they are just inside the Division I playoffs. Right now, they are the number 30 ranked team in the power rankings. So trying to see if they can get another win here tonight to improve that ranking and stay within that top 32. If you're within the top 32, regardless of record, you are in the tournament. And then if you fall out of that top 32, you need to have a record of 500 and over to qualify. So North, again, right now it's 7-9, hanging on to that power ranking to make sure they can go into the postseason. All right, first pitch for Saunders is a ball. Called strike there. And Ronan Brown at the plate for North Quincy. Ground ball to the shortstop. Gonzalez fields it cleanly and throws it down to first for the out.
Batting second, the catcher, number 15, Tim Tolan.
All right, the catcher, Tim Tolan, number 15, coming up to the plate now for North Quincy. And they peeled down to first, and Tolan held up. Right down the middle of the plate there from Saunders, 1-1 the count. Off-speed pitch there, gets Tolan to swing and miss. hear the wind whipping here at Adams Field. It's been a windy afternoon. Overcast skies this morning with a little bit of rain, and sun was trying to break through here in this afternoon, but with that, the wind definitely picked up. Flags down the right field line are certainly breezy down there. That one gets fouled back. Full count to Tolan. Good crowd on hand here tonight at Adams. There's more people still filtering in. And the full count pitch thrown there by Saunders is high, and Tolan will take the walk.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 13, Emmett Allen.
All right, Emmett Allen, number 13, coming up now for North Quincy. Allen playing right field tonight. And that one looks like it was just inside. 1-1 the count. So I'm just trying to keep Tolan honest over first there. Tolan going down, and Beach couldn't hold on to it, so Tolan goes down to second on the steal. Two and one the count, and that one's high, 3-1. And that one's going to be ball 4. So back-to-back walks here from Ronan Saunders. North Quincy now with first and second. And Max LaMonica checking up now for the Raiders. Tolan going down to third. Good throw, and he is out. Great throw down there by Beach. And Cipriano holds on to the throw, and Tolan caught stealing. All right, so 2 outs here now for North. Again, LaMonica at the plate. That one's going to be fouled out of play. Runner goes. That's going to get popped up into the infield. And making the catch there is Luke Welter to end the inning for North Quincy. So North threatens with runners on first and second, but the Quincy defense gets them out with a caught stealing and then the pop-up. So North goes down, and Quincy will come up to the plate here in the bottom of the first.
Your attention, please. Now on the mound for the Raiders, number 3, Nick Ambrold.
All right, we'll run down the batting order for the Presidents. Leading off will be Ryan Beach, the catcher. Joe McNeil batting second, playing right field. Brian Gustafson, the center fielder, in the third slot. Ronan Saunders pitching, batting fourth. David Flannery, the DH, batting fifth. Matt Krastiniak in the sixth spot, playing first base. Batting seventh is Luke Welter at second base. Alex Saunders in left field, batting eighth. And Ronald Gonzalez playing short and batting ninth. For North Quincy on the mound is Nick Ambro. Behind the plate, Tim Toland. Max Lamonaco at first. Jack Raziosa at second. James Toland at short. Cole Doyle at third base. Brendan Drinkwater in left field. Ronan Brown in center field. And Emin Allen in right field.
Attention, please. The coaches for the Presidents. At first base, assistant coach Andrew Torito. At third base, head coach Rick Beach. Leading off for the Presidents, the catcher, number 9, Ryan Beach.
All right, so as Ryan Beach comes up to the plate here for the Presidents, I'm also being joined in the booth by Steve Mays. Steve, how are things going?
Hey, buddy, how are you?
Doing well, thank you. Back at it again for second game of this season between the two teams.
Yeah. First one was exciting. Thought it was going to be a runaway. Ended up being a one-run game. Walk off in the bottom of the seventh. So let's see what happens tonight. First one's a little different. You know, you got 3/4 of a season in front of you, but this is a little different. The seniors, this is the last time they'll play against the rivals. So it's a little different of a game.
That was just outside. And also North Quincy trying to fight for a playoff spot. Quincy won't be going to the playoffs this year with their record. So, trying to stay active on both sides in different ways and making sure you're in the game and trying to, go out there every night or every day and play as well. Yeah, so
Quincy plays a spoiler tonight, right? They can be the team that, if they can beat North, could be the team that knocks them out of the playoffs. North, again, I know you mentioned at the beginning of the show, they're either going to be 500 or they're going to be in the top 32 in the power ranking. But a loss here, because Quincy's not in the top 32, could really be devastating to them both ways.
Batting second, the right fielder, number 10, Joe McNeil.
All right, that was a pop-up to James Toland. That's short. So Beach goes down for the first out of the inning. Coming up now, Joe McNeil, number 10, the right fielder. Ground ball, Toland, that's short. High hop and throws it to first, and the throw's going to take Max Lamonaco off. And going down there, McNeil is safe.
It's a tough ball, really high hop, and then you got a kid burning it down the first baseline, so you know you got to get rid of it fast.
Number 7,
that's a tough ball.
Ryan Gustafson.
All right, Brian Gustafson up at the plate now for the Presidents, number 7. Takes the first pitch from Nick Ambro for a ball outside.
Brian's another fast runner. Ground ball, any routine ground ball here could be a hit.
Nice stop by Tim Toland behind the plate for that one in the dirt, 2-0. Quick throw over the first there. McNeil back safely.
John, you printed out the records of the Quincy North game, huh?
I have to give credit to Martin Dunham for that. Assistant Athletic Director at North Quincy.
Must be a Raider. Quincy High guy ain't printing this out.
And nice double play there. No, safe at first is Gustafson. Looked like North might have had a 4-6-3 double play, but as you said, Gustafson with some speed and is able to beat the throw down.
Even so, that was a great turn. It was a great feed. That was a great job by North Quincy there. Man, there's a lot of red on this page.
And weird hop there as the ball was in the dirt, gets away from Tolan, goes up the third base line, and Gustafson goes down to second. Fly ball into right field, and great play out there by Emmett Allen. Makes the dive to save a run there for the Raiders, and they get out of the inning.
Great catch by Emmett Allen right there. Had a good read, good jump, came at it hard.
All right, so the Presidents threaten here as well, and North holds them up on defense to get them out. So we go to the top of the second, and we are scoreless here at Adams Field.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you looking to get food, drink, and other refreshments? Stop by the Blacks Creek Barbecue food truck located outside on the sidewalk of Adams Field. Blacks Creek Barbecue. We put the Q in barbecue. Leading off for the Raiders at the top of the second inning, the designated hitter, number 5, John Barron.
All right, to lead things off here for North Quincy will be John Barron, the designated hitter.
So Johnny Barron usually plays left field. Tonight Drinkwater's out there. Could mean that he's first in relief. That's why he's on the bench, so he can get to the bullpen if need be right away.
All right, Rowan Saunders on the mound. First pitch from him is a ball. Just misses as well. 3-0 the count.
Ooh, that's an ABS call right there.
And it's a 4 pitches, 4 balls there. Saunders to Barron. So Barron goes down to first on the walk. And Cole Doyle, number 20, comes up now for the Raiders.
Number 20, Cole Doyle.
Big swing and a miss there from Doyle. You mentioned the series record, Steve, that Martin Dunham composed. Quincy leads 92-82-1. Fly ball deep center field. And going back to catch it there is Gustafson for the out.
They do. But most of their wins may have been before scorebooks were invented. Most of their wins were from 1933 to 1961.
Yeah, one of the interesting things Martin had directed me to take a look at was a 14-inning tie, 0-0 tie in 1972.
Who was the pitchers?
I can tell you that in 1 second. He sent me the article.
You better hope it's not Larry Tagg.
I think Tagg's insulted from 1972. Although one of the
you'd be shocked.
One of the articles he did send me to was Larry Tagliari throws no hitter for Quincy High School.
Yeah. Hall of Fame.
That's right.
That plaque used to hang up in the old gym.
That's right.
Right above the door.
So North Quincy pitcher Bob Pierce went the entire 14 innings.
Wow.
And Quincy's Jim Walker started the game and went 12 innings before Bob Malvesti relieved for the last two.
Jimmy Walker and Bob Malvesti are two huge names in Quincy baseball. Not the city of Quincy, not so much Quincy or North. Jimmy Walker. I'm going to see if I can stump somebody with that trivia question. And if he's not watching on TV, I think I might be able to get him. I'll tell you right now.
Brendan Drinkwater up now for North Quincy. Barron with a good lead over there at first base. And that ball's in the dirt for ball 4. Jack Grazioso comes up to the plate now, number 2.
The second baseman
for the Raiders.
2, Jack Grazioso.
Yeah, looking at the article again from Martin, the Tagliari no-hitter was against North Quincy right here at Adams Field.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a 13-0 victory for the Presidents that night.
Oh, boy.
Ball gets away there from Beach.
It was a strike. That's interesting. They don't see that often. Drop a strike that gets past you.
All right, so second and third now, 1 out. And that one's low. 2-1 the count now for Grazioso.
Body language is no good. Every time he misses, he hangs his head.
And Ronan Saunders behind 3-1 here now to Grazioso. And that one's going to be high as well. So ball 4, and North Quincy now has the bases loaded with the number 9 hitter James Tolan, the shortstop, coming up.
On 3 walks.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 11, James Tolan.
Good visit by Coach Beach here. I don't think you could play with that arm sleeve on like that. That's weird. Outside the jersey.
Yeah, it's a good question.
I guess you can, right? He's doing it, right?
That's Matt Christiniak.
I guess you can. He's doing it.
All right, so again, James Tolan up now with the bases loaded. And first pitch from Ronan Saunders is a ball. And that one just misses as well for ball 2.
That's weird. He didn't say a word. I didn't say anything. He looked down the middle. Oh, that's interesting. I think he's taken here, right? If you're Tolan, no matter what.
Yeah, I would think so.
I think you're on the take. That was a strike? Oh, boy. ABS.
Again, bases loaded here for North. And swinging a miss there from Toland evens the count 2-2.
No way.
And yeah, the appeal to the umpire in the field. He did not go. So now it's full count, bases loaded. Saunders working out the windup with the bases loaded.
Strike 3.
And strike 3. Nice pitch there.
Nice pitch.
Big out there for the Presidents. That gets into 2 outs here in the inning.
The center fielder, number
Coming up now, top of the order for the Raiders and Ronan Brown.
This is the right guy to have up in this situation. Top of the order, really fast. Senior captain, leader. Great athlete. Last time he's going to play Quincy High here, so this is the right guy in the spot.
And that one just misses outside, it looks like. 2-0.
He was looking for it all there.
It definitely was.
Man, he pulled his head, his shoulder, everything. He was looking for it. He's trying to get it up in that wind. (2-0), but that, you're not going to get cheated on a 2-0 swing. That's how you do it.
And that one catches the plate, 2-2.
Oh.
Came inside with that one. So full count with 2 outs here for North.
A lot of action. Can I get a pick here? Step off with the wrong foot, try to get a pick off. Nope.
Yeah, that one's high and outside, so ball 4.
The catcher, number 15, Tim Tolan.
So Barron comes home to score from third, and the base is still loaded. As coming up now is number 15, Tim Tolan.
Another guy, the right guy in the right spot right here. Big day for Timmy today. He signed his I guess, national letter of intent maybe, or his letter today to go to Fitchburg State next year. The Tolan family was in the high school today, Coach Edge and the team, and he signed his letter today.
Well, that's a good accomplishment for Tim. Called strike now, 1-1 to Tolan. And that one just misses, it looks like.
Oh, boy.
And that's right up the middle. 2 runs are going to score here for North Quincy. And Tolan with a 2 RBI single here for the Raiders and a 3-0 lead.
The right fielder, number 13, Emmett Allen.
That's the definition of chuck and duck. Wow.
All right, Emmett Allen comes up. Allen walked back in the first inning.
Oh, hey, boss.
One pitch is a swinging strike there. So 1-2 now to Emmett Allen. Saunders trying to get out of this inning here. Runners are going, and that's going to be fouled out of play, it looks like.
Actually, come back.
Oh,
nice catch, Ryan.
And nice job there by Beach. Looked like it was going to go right behind and out of play, but Wynn brought it back a little bit, and Beach makes the play for the third out of the inning.
It's a huge catch by Beach right there. Great job. As a catcher, the ball's always going to come back to you, so you don't want to chase it too far because, again, the spin of the ball is going to bring it back to you. He did a great job of settling and making that catch.
All right, so North Quincy gets 2 more runs that inning, and they now lead 3-0 as we... excuse me, 3 runs that inning, as we head down to the bottom of the second.
I think it was 3-0 the last game of the second inning.
I think so.
And we were here for extras, I think. Trade. is this the last game of the week for Quincy and North?
Number 6.
Let's see. For the Presidents, they're going to be at Plymouth South on Friday. And for North Quincy, they have a game tomorrow here at Adams against Hanover.
Well, that might be rained out.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, tomorrow's not looking like a good day. Yeah, after this, North Quincy's home versus Hanover, home versus Plymouth South, and at Scituate. For the Presidents, like I mentioned, at Plymouth South, home versus Hanover, at Pembroke versus Plymouth South, and versus Cathedral.
Oh, wow. They got a lot left.
All right, David Flannery coming up to the plate now, or at the plate, I should say, for the Presidents. 1-1 pitch is high, so 2-1 the count. Flannery, designated hitter for the Presidents here tonight. All right, so 3-1. And Flannery was, well, nothing I say, it hit him.
Well, anyway, it's ball 4, right? Regardless?
I assume it would have been, yeah. Wasn't sure if it went off his bat or...
Batting 6, the first baseman.
I don't think the ump was either.
Matt Kristeniak.
Well, nonetheless, like you said, Flannery down to first, and coming up now is the first baseman, Matt Kristeniak. Called strike there on the first pitch for Kristeniak. Runner going. Great throw down to second, and he is out. A strike thrown by Tim Tolan gets David Flannery. Flannery had a decent jump, but again, it was a bullet strike thrown by Tim Tolan for the out. Kristeniak fouls back the 0-2 pitch to stay alive.
Nice pitch.
So strikeout there for Nick Ambrose will be 2 outs, and coming up to the plate now is Luke Welter,
The second
baseman for Quincy.
11, Luke Welter.
First pitch swinging into left field, and that one's going to drop. And Welter gets the first hit here today for the Presidents.
And a freshman to boot.
Batting 8, the left fielder, number 8, Alex.
Went up there, didn't waste any time, saw the first one he liked and jumped at it.
So Alex Saunders coming up there, and Welter just gets back in time on the throw over.
Looks like a couple guys with the radar guns out behind the backstop for Ambrose. I'm going to have to see where they're from.
So I just recognized that as well. Another throw of the first, trying to keep Welter there.
Trivia question was answered correctly, by the way. Guy I texted said 1972 pitcher must have been Jimmy Walker.
Called strike there. Saunders, a left fielder at the plate. That one's high and outside for ball 4. Coming up now, number 1, Ronald Gonzalez, shortstop.
Number 1, Ronald Gonzalez.
Freshman.
So Gonzalez has just had another freshman here for the Presidents.
I like him.
And first pitch there is right down the middle for a called strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Ground ball over the throw. It takes a weird hop at the end of the grass there. And Cole Doyle can't hold on to it. Ball hit right at the grass in the lip of the field there. And came off weird. And again, Doyle couldn't hold on to it. So Gonzalez gets down there to load the bases and is the top of the order for the Presidents.
Yeah, you gotta be ready for anything over there at third base. It's not turf, buddy. This is natural surface. Anything can happen over there.
And off-speed pitch there as Ryan Beach comes up to the plate.
So the rumor on the campus is that's a WPI here to see Ambrose.
Okay. That one's low, so 1-1 the count. And that one hits Beach in the foot.
The right fielder, number 10, Joe McNeil.
Started with a 2-out single by a freshman. You get a couple of walks, an error. Quincy guys on the board.
All right, Joe McNeil comes up to the plate. Reach on a fielder's choice back in the first. And called strike. Ground ball over to second, and it's going to get fumbled, and runner coming around from second, and he scores on the throw. Gets past Tolan to the backstop. And Quincy just tied the game.
The center fielder, number 7, Ryan Gustafson.
You gotta make the routine plays. No matter what, you gotta make the routine plays. I don't care if you're playing in the World Series. I don't care if you're playing the first game of the season. You gotta make the ones right at you. Graziano and Cole Doyle have to make those 2 ground balls. Pitch count gets driven up, more batters faced, more chance for problems to happen. Now Ambrose thinks he's going to do the whole thing by himself.
It was a nice job there by Gonzalez, who came around from from second to score as well. He saw the slight hesitation there by Grazioso and went and was able to come home and score, and then heads up on Ryan Beach to get to third base.
So bases were loaded, so both those guys had an excellent jump. Ambrose wasn't worried about holding them on, so those guys had big leads. And then, obviously, you're gone on contact, and a kid like Gonzalez has a ton of speed, so you just keep your momentum going around, and if he makes a play, he makes a play. But usually what happens is...
And it's a ground ball to LaMonica, who will step on the base for the final out.
Usually what happens is they make that error, then they completely shut it off, right? They forget about everything else that's going on. They forget about the runners. They forget about everything. And you end up making an error turn into, 2 runs instead of 1 because you forget about the situation.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Just put too much on the throw coming home and
buried his head, slowly picked the ball up, felt bad for himself. And I'm sure Pete Beach was saying, go, go, go. And Ronald never stopped. Came around third, 100 miles an hour, never slowed down his momentum, and just kept going.
So he has the speed to do that as well. So came home, nice slide. And so with that, Quincy gets the 3 runs right back in the bottom of the second. So 3-3 as we head to the top of the third. Four, 5, 6 hitters coming up now for North Quincy: LaMonica, Barron, and Doyle.
The first baseman, number 9, Max LaMonica.
And another big hop there down the first base line, gets past Kristiniak and goes into right field. Base hit there for LaMonica.
Good start. You go up 3, you give those 3 back on errors and everything like that. Instead of hanging your head, you come on, you get a leadoff single.
John Barron comes up now. Reached on base with a walk. Misses outside. Throw with first to try to keep LaMonica honest.
One isn't a bad count to run on, but he ain't going anywhere.
That one's high for ball 3. It's got a loose ball, came down first base line. Christina Iacco picks it up. Bullet line driving to center field and coming over to make the play is Gustafson. Nice job by him. Get over there and make the out.
The third baseman, number 20, Cole Doyle.
Cole Doyle coming up, fouls that one out of play. Then Max LaMonica on first base for North Quincy with Doyle up at the plate. One out here, top of the third. Called strike there, 0-2 the count now.
I think he's going.
Oof. And swinging the ball in the dirt there was Doyle for the second out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 16.
And Brendan Drinkwater coming up now. Drinkwater walked in his first plate appearance.
He's got a healthy lead.
High and outside.
The run is rushing just a little bit. He needs to slow down just a little bit.
Wind picking up here again at the field. That one's popped up. And Saunders, the pitcher, comes up a few steps to make the out and end the inning. So no runs here in the inning for North Quincy, and the Presidents come up in the bottom of the third.
There's an outlet somewhere down there, I think. There's an outlet somewhere downstairs, I think. Right there by the door.
Man, that wind is howling out there, John. Look at the flags.
I say the flags are whipping the trees.
The poles might be moving. It's going so fast. God.
Leading off for the Presidents at the top of the third inning, the designated hitter, number 6. Leading off for the Presidents at the top of the third inning, the pitcher, number 5, Ronan Saunders.
All right, Saunders will lead things off here. The 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Presidents, and that one's high and tight to Saunders. 0 for 1 tonight with a fly out. Off-speed pitch there, just a little bit took off, and Saunders swings through. Trying to check his swing, cannot, fouls that back.
It's got to be outside, my friend.
Right outside the door, down below. Down below? Yeah.
And that was close, just missed.
You can tell Ambrose wanted that. God.
And base hit there into left field. Nice job there by Saunders.
The designated hitter, number 6, David Flannery.
All right, David Flannery comes up to the plate now. Reached on a walk. That's a ball. And gets away from the catcher. Tolan throwing down the second, and safe there as Saunders saw the ball get away from Tolan just a little bit, and he goes down to second.
So what was the call by the umpire?
It was a strike.
Are you sure? We'll never know.
Ground ball over the shortstop, and just beating out the throw.
Yep.
Yeah, just did by a step there as Tolan threw over to LaMonica for the out. And advancing to third is Saunders.
The first baseman, number 18, Matt Kristeniak.
One out, man on third. North is playing back in the infield.
Matt Kristeniak up 1-1 the count. That one's in the dirt. That one's outside. Full count now to Matt Kristeniak. Staniak struck out looking in his first at-bat. Off-speed pitch, and Saunders coming home, only plays to first. And he's out at first, but the run comes home for the Presidents to give them a 4-3 lead.
4-3, Quincy. They are on top.
The second baseman, number 11, Luke Welter.
This is the kid that started it off last time, right?
It
Fresh
is,
one, number
yep.
11. First pitch swinger. Twice.
And he was trying to hold up there, but could not.
Twice, first pitch swinger.
And he had a single last inning. And called strike there, 0-2. Luke Welter in the hole.
Woof.
And ball gets away from the catcher. Welter was late running down, and
Good job.
with a throw out, he is out.
Good job by Timmy there.
So Presidents do get one to take a 4-3 lead as we head to the top of the fourth.
Moves on every pitch. Very indecisive. Very indecisive. I don't think I've ever seen him either. You don't know if it's a ball or a strike. Very indecisive. What the speed? Yeah, I'm looking at that. I just noticed how he moves on every pitch. He said, Mosley, Daintree lost
Go.
today.
Oh boy. I got Star.
Three base taking. Tomorrow's supposed to be six shots. Yeah, no, nothing to. Today. Phoenix, Severian, Monday, that kid's supposed to be pitching. Yeah. That's his last game, yeah. I'll be there. That's Monday.
Leading off for the Raiders at the top of the fourth inning, the second baseman, number 2, Jack Grazioso.
Leading off this inning for North Quincy, second baseman Jack Grazioso. Grazioso walked his first plate appearance.
I'll tell you, through 4, you can't ask for anything else if you're Quincy High, right? Going into the fourth inning, through 3, I should say, going into the fourth.
So you got the lead. That's what you're looking
got the
for.
lead. Looks like North Quincy's warming somebody up, so Ambrose can't be on for much longer.
Ambrose has thrown 56 pitches through 3 innings. And this pitch by Saunders is number 70.
No way.
It is, and that's ball 3.
Christ. Well, I don't know if you can swear on QATV. I was going to say Doc. Pete, get the 5-second delay button.
And it was way high up there for ball 4.
The very famous B-U-N-T.
James Tolan.
All right, James Tolan coming out the shortstop. 0 for 1 here tonight.
That's a single.
Basically a swinging bunt and throw down to first.
Oh, Graz got
And
caught halfway. Oh, boy.
So nice hustle there by Grazioso. Gets all the way down to third.
The center field.
Wasn't sure if Beach was going to throw it down to first or not to hold up the runner.
So you got the 9 batter up. Edge gives the bunt sign. And, Tolan lays down a great bunt, but Beach has no business throwing that ball. And you heard Coach Rick Beach say to his son, "What did you throw that for?" He gave Grazioso that other base. At that point in time, he's Tolan safe. Just put it in your pocket. I wonder if he'll bunt back to back. Oh, he's going to
line drive into right field, and it's going to bring home Grazioso. That's Ronan Brown with the RBI single, who just tied the game 4-4.
The catcher, number 15, Tim Tolan.
First and second, no outs. That was the leadoff guy in Brown. So now you get the number 2 hitter up. You got Emmett Allen coming up next. See what happens here. This could be a big one.
Tim Tolan at the plate, 1-for-1, a walk and a single. And line drive into deep left field, and
Foul.
foul ball.
Foul ball.
There you can see right down there. Nice job by our cameraman.
But a lot of speed on the base pass, too.
Saunders with a little extra something on that one. And Tolan was just off of it. Fouls it straight back. That one's right up the middle. Quincy trying to turn to 2. They only get 1 at second base there.
Ronald was a little late getting to second base with his timing there. He was obviously playing Timmy to pull, so he was a little deep and a little in the hole. So he was a little late with the timing there. I don't know if they would have turned it over, but yeah.
All right, so remains first and third. And Emmett Allen up. Runner going down to second, and Beach couldn't hold on to it from the exchange.
Quincy's back in the middle. And seeding the run on a ground ball.
Called strike 1-1 to count now to Emmett Allen. A walk and a fly out here tonight for Allen.
Gotta jump on mistakes, John. This kid makes a mistake, you gotta jump on it. You can't let it go by.
An off-speed pitch there, misses, so 3-1 the count now to Allen. Tim Tolan at second, James Tolan at third. Fly ball, deep center field. Gustafson under it, makes the catch. And ball gets away from the third baseman. Ball was cut off by Kristiniak, and a throw to third got away from the third baseman, Cipriano. And coming home to score is Tim Tolan. So James Tolan scores on the tag up, and then Tolan comes home on the error.
If you're Gustafson there, you're going to third base.
Number 9, Max.
Right? You're not throwing James Tolan out at the plate. So you got to keep Tim Tolan off of third base. So you just come up and you throw the ball right to the shortstop, and you keep him off of third base. Instead, you throw it home, your first baseman sails your third baseman, and now you're chasing 2 runs.
Max LaMonica at the plate. 3-0 the count to LaMonica. And 4 pitches, 4 balls as LaMonica will take the walk. And Coach Rick Beach is coming out to the mound and looking like we're going to have a exchange here.
Well, you said he had 70-something in that inning, right? Got to be in 100 now.
I say, well, he's at 85. That was his last pitch, was 85.
Wow. Through 3 2/3.
All right, looks like coming in is going to be Daniel Reynolds to pitch for the Presidents.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Presidents, number 3, Danny Reynolds. Once again, the designated hitter, number 5, John Barron.
All right, John Barron, designated hitter. Oh for 1 here tonight, reached on a walk and out on a line drive.
Who's that at first base?
Oh, LaMonica's at first for North.
Yeah, he's outstanding.
First pitch from Daniel Reynolds is a strike.
many outs you got, John?
I have 2 outs.
They picked the home plate up the same 2 outs.
What are the 2 outs, John?
Let me pull it up my...
2 outs. You don't have to pull it up. The umps have conferred there are 2 outs.
Say Brown was out on the fielder's choice, and then Emmett Allen on the sacrifice fly.
Yeah, I knew the sac fly to Gustafson, but I don't remember the Brown one.
Swing and a miss there by Barron. 1-2 the count. Fly ball center field, to the shortstop. Gonzalez thought it was going further than it did. So Gonzalez makes the catch, but not before North Quincy comes back and gets 3 runs to take the lead, 6-4.
Looked like Nick came back out for the next inning here for the 4th.
The left fielder, number 8, Alex Saunders.
Ambrose at 56 pitches total. And leading off this inning is Alex Saunders, the left fielder. Walked in his sole plate appearance here tonight so far.
Cold night, that hurts. Cold night, that hurts.
The shortstop, number 1, Ronald Gonzalez.
All right, Ronald Gonzalez comes up to the plate 1-for-1 with a single. That one's in the dirt, and it gets away from Tolan. Drive into right field, and nice catch there by Emmett Allen. Ball was sinking fast, but he comes in to make the catch.
Emmett's got a couple nice jumps on some balls that were going to fall in front of him
The catcher.
so far tonight. Does a great job in right field.
Beach.
All right, top of the order now for the Presidents. That means Ryan Beach, the catcher, coming up to the plate. Fly out and hit by a pitch for his 2 at-bats. Take strike 1.
Guy in scoring position, less than 2 outs. Let's see what we can do here. See if we can punch one across. We're going to have at least 2 shots at it.
That one's outside, 1 and 2. So Tone held on to it, so swinging strikeout there for Beach. And that brings up now Joe McNeil.
The right fielder, number 10, Joe McNeil.
Joe 0 for 2, but has reached twice on 2 errors. He's behind on that one for strike number 1.
Joe hit the ground ball last at bat to second base. It drove in 2 runs on the error by Grazioso. Quick inning for Ambrose. Just what he needed. Just what he needed.
All right, so we head to the 5th inning.
No, that's not a Lear jet. That is the wind.
I know, it's unbelievable.
Off for the Raiders at the top of the 5th inning, the third baseman, number 20, Cole Doyle.
Cole Doyle coming up to the plate now for North Quincy. 0 for 2. Reynolds still on the mound here for the Presidents.
Ooh, that looked good. That one looked good. ABS. Hey.
And now the way there was Doyle. 2-1 the count. And top of the 5th inning here at Adams Field, North Quincy with a 6-4 lead over the Presidents. Ground ball up the middle, and can't holding on to it there is Luke Welter. So that will go into center field and a hit for Doyle.
So both Quincy and North have middle infielders that are freshmen. Second base and shortstop for both teams are freshmen. You have 4 freshmen playing in the middle of the infield in this game. It's pretty impressive.
Especially up the middle, it's always so important to have that and to have a couple of freshmen right there.
Yeah.
Brendan Drinkwater up now for North.
So if both teams can hold on to all 4 of those kids, I mean, you're talking pretty powerful middle as you continue through the years. Things you don't have to worry about that you worry about every year as a coach is how you're going to be strong up the middle.
Line drive center field, giving chase.
What a catch, Gustafson.
Great catch there by Gustafson. Gets it in quickly as well. Great dive there to get over there, Brian Gustafson.
Great jump on the ball, sold out. Great job.
Number 2, Jack Grazioso.
All right, number 2, Jack Grazioso coming up now for North. A couple of walks here tonight for Grazioso as he takes strike 1. Runner going. Throw down by Beach, and safe is Cole Doyle. Doyle had a good jump to get down to second base there.
Looks like he's laboring out there, doesn't he? Man.
Time called by the batter. And Beach is going to go out to talk to Reynolds about the signals.
Pitcher just said, wait a minute. He just flashed 5 signs at me. How do I know which one I'm throwing?
And now he's going to get into right field. Doyle comes around.
Ready to throw. Graz get on second base. Oh, he's in Never Never Land again.
All right, so as you said, Grazioso got caught in between first and second, and Beach did a nice job of throwing down the second, Gonzalez for the tag. But RBI single there for Jack Grazioso, and 7-4 lead for North.
So we had the right idea, John. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. The right fielder came up, overshot his cutoff man. He's giving you that base. Just take it. Problem is he hesitated twice. Now, we were just talking about Quincy and North both have a freshman up the middle. He's one of those 4 freshmen. So with experience in the summer, he'll understand that you just come around first as hard as you can. He'll have a pretty good first base coach in the summer. And not saying that Mr. Outerbridge is not, because Jack was a great baseball player. But I happen to know personally who his first base coach will be in the summer, and he'll know to just turn and burn. And listen, if the catcher comes up and throws you out, he throws you out. But don't hesitate. Just turn that corner, put your head down, and go. He did the same thing on that bunt when he came around second base. When he beats through the ball and on the first, hesitated coming around second, kind of got caught, but got away with it, getting to third.
All right, James Toland takes the 2-2 pitch, and that's inside. 3-2 is the count now. Toland just to get a piece of that to stay alive.
Great at bat by Toland. Fouled a couple pitches off with 2 strikes. Got himself on base. He's got a lot of speed up. I wonder how long till he takes off.
Our leadoff hitter, Ronan Brown, coming up now, the center fielder for North Quincy.
Not long.
Throw down to second. And gets into center field, and Toland's going to hold up there with a stolen base at second.
Not long.
That one's just high, 1-2. James Toland, the runner at second. Ground ball is going to get into left field. Toland's going to hold up at third. And Ronan Brown on first base with his second hit here tonight.
The catcher, number 15, Tim Toland.
Ronan should be on the move pretty fast here. This is a good time to fake to third, go to first, see if you can catch him.
Brown going. Throw down to second, and Brown down safe at second. Two outs here in the top of the fifth for North. Runners at second and third, and Tim Tolan takes the 1-1 pitch for a ball, so 2-1. Fly ball down the right field line. McNeil giving chase and makes the out.
That's a big catch there. If that ball falls, now you get Allen coming up, LaMonica coming up, Barron coming up. That's a huge out.
It's time for the fifth inning stretch. Please rise and stretch and sing along if you can to take the out to the ball game.
This game here is not the only Quincy versus North Quincy activity going on here today, as the girls and boys tennis teams were facing off. And North Quincy came away with a sweep in the tennis. Girls winning 5-0 and boys 3-2.
Sold out crowd.
I think it was.
Standing room
Leading off
only.
for the Presidents at the bottom of the fifth inning, the center fielder, number 7, Brian Gustafson.
Tennis just wasn't my racket, John.
But aren't you?
Anyway. Oh, what an idiot I am. Here we go.
All right, Brian Gustafson leading off this inning here for Quincy High School. 0 for 2 tonight.
How many pitches is Ambrose up to?
Let's see. That is 71 he just threw.
72. In the fifth, up 3. They had a guy 2 innings ago warming up. Interesting.
And that one's strike 2 there and gets the outside corner. Our director, Peter Doherty, has said in my ear that he's surprised you weren't a star tennis player. You got the body for it and the
Yeah, of course.
the quick twitch speed that you need in tennis.
That's all. I mean, that goes without saying. At least they know his glasses will work. You know what I mean?
Now batting, number 5, Ronan Saunders.
There's ball 4 for Gustafson, so he goes down on the walk, and Ronan Saunders comes up to the plate. Strike one there for Ronan. Has a fly out and a single here tonight.
I'm not sure any games are going to get in before the weekend, the way it looks. Tomorrow looks bad, and then Friday doesn't look much better. Saturday, Sunday's supposed to be beautiful, but...
Well, so the way the schedule stands right now, at least for Quincy High School, for next week, they have games Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So 4 in a row there for the Presidents to end the season.
That's why when you get rain out, you got to make them up right away. So stuff like that does not happen.
And going down to second was Gustafson. Throw was high there by Tolan, and Gustafson will be up on third down.
What do you think is at the talk at the dinner table when the catcher throws down to the shortstop, who's his brother, and he sails him? You think he says, "Hey, buddy, can I bring the ball down a little?"
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, nice throw. They're battling each other at the house, so who should have caught it?
I can guarantee you Tim's saying it was a perfect throw.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Throwing steak tips at each other off the grill. One saying nice catch, one saying nice throw.
2-2 pitch is fouled back there by Saunders.
Nice pitch. Here we go. Get the hook out.
Number 6, David Flannery.
No, maybe not.
Let's see, that was pitch number 80 there for Ambrose.
What's the talk, though? If you're not pulling him out, what are you talking about? Last batter, maybe? I don't know. It's an interesting visit. Just for no reason. But it can't be for no reason. There's obviously a reason. I just don't know.
All right, David Flannery up at the plate. Fouls that first pitch back.
It's not like there's 2 outs. He's going to let him finish the inning. I don't know. I'm going to have to ask him tomorrow.
And strike 2 call.
Strike 3 call.
And let's see if he went, and he did. Tried to hold up but could not, so he goes down swinging for the second out of the inning. And now coming up is Matt Kristiniak, the first baseman for the Presidents. 0 for 2 here tonight.
Good visit by Ed. What do I know? Good visit. Hasn't thrown a ball since he's been out there. That's great.
It was fouled back. You see Brian Gustafson, number 7, on your screen at third base. With Kristiniak at the plate, 0-2 count, and strike 3 called.
Got a punch out. Wow. 6 in a row. 6 straight strikes. After the mound.
So Ambrose gets out of that inning unscathed with a runner on third. As we head to the top of the 6th inning, again with North on top, 7-4.
I was like, I can't believe this. If only he was here. He's here. For one short goal. Ashley. I don't know. No, I think touch. Okay, so it's N. So it's N value, Max, and then John. Wait a minute. This Friday, Kev?
Let's get back to that Pete Doherty comment about the
So you think you would have been a star tennis player if you
Is his stature any different?
I don't know. Peter for a while was doing triathlons.
Yeah.
At the top of the
Yeah.
sixth inning.
Me too. I was trying in every restaurant in the city.
Allen.
3 in one night.
Yeah. That was my triathlon. I was trying every restaurant in the city.
Yeah, so Peter just said the injuries.
I'm sure he did.
Injuries did him in for the triathlon, but I know he did a couple down in Nantasket. I know he was doing down there.
Back in the Paragon Park days.
Emmett Allen up for North Quincy, number 13. A walk, a fly out, and a sacrifice fly here tonight.
What is the count? 3-0. Good Lord.
Strike there, so I believe the count's 2-2.
No, 3-1. 3-1. Just gave a 3-0 count. 3-0 sign and then the 3-1. Ball 4 regardless. See you later. You don't think your graphics guy would be wrong? Come on, man.
The first baseman, number 9.
That's Frank Hart on graphics here tonight for us.
Oh.
And looks like we're going to have a pitching change. All right, so Daniel Reynolds will come out of his relief. And let's see, coming in from the bullpen.
The third baseman, the guy who was originally at third. Right?
Believe so. I'm trying to get the...
$13. Great.
Yes, that's
work.
Caden Cipriano.
Yeah, he was originally at third, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Presidents, number 13, Caden Cipriano.
Emmett Allen drew the walk. He could be on. He could be going down fast. Yeah, Coach, I'm watching out there. Something tells me they're not discussing. Well, if he bunts, who's covering second? All right, I'll hold. This kid's a pull hitter. Tells me they're not discussing that.
We mentioned just a little while ago Quincy's tough schedule coming up next week. North Quincy supposed to have a game tomorrow here at Adams against Hanover, but we've talked about the rain, probably going to hold that one up. But as scheduled, Hanover tomorrow, Plymouth South next Tuesday, and at Scituate next Thursday.
They may need. What will this make them if they win this? 8 and 9?
They'll be 8 and 9 if they win here tonight. So
need 2 out of those 3.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Situate's no easy out. Plymouth South or North?
South.
Okay. I might have to read Hanover and Plymouth South.
So they lost to Scituate earlier in the year here at Adams.
Situate's no easy task.
Beat Plymouth South, and they beat Hanover 1-0 back on April 22nd.
So the Hanover game, Max LaMonica threw was at Hanover. It was an excellent. Was it here or at Hanover? I forget.
That was at Hanover.
Yeah, it was a 1-0 game. He threw a gem of a game. I wonder if he'll throw again against them.
LaMonica in the hole now, 0-2 against Caden Cipriano. His first couple pitches here.
Very surprised Emmett hasn't gone yet. See ya.
That one's high and gets out of the glove there of Beach. So Allen goes down the pass ball. LaMonica with a fly out, a single, and a walk. Two and two now. LaMonica was trying to go for a home run there, swings it high, and strikes out.
Your designated hitter, number 5, John Barron.
All right, John Barron coming up. Ground ball. Third baseman's going to pick it up, and nice play there by Saunders to throw him out at first, and Allen will move down to third on the throw.
Picked it up, all one motion, throw to first, throw a strike. It's a great play.
Third baseman, number 20, Cole Doyle.
Cole Doyle is stepping up to the plate, 1 for 3 here tonight. Takes a look at strike one. Curveball in there for a strike.
2 hooks for strikes, right?
1 and 2.
2 hooks for strikes. Got to come back to it, no?
And he does. Ground ball over to Welter. And bad throw brings Kristeniak off the base. And Allen comes home to score.
The left fielder, number 16, Brendan Drinkwater.
All right, Brendan Drinkwater, number 16, coming up for North Quincy, 0 for 2. A walk, a fly out, and a line drive out. Kristeniak was given chase over there.
Good hustle over there. Good hustle.
Two outs here in the top of the 6th.
Fair ball.
And Kristeniak, nice job there. As you said, fair ball. Makes the play for the final out of the 6th.
There it doesn't hurt, but it hurts, but it doesn't hurt.
All right, so 8 to 4 as we head to the middle of the 6th here with Quincy coming up.
President's got 6 more outs, John.
Yeah, 7,
more outs
8,
to make
9
it work.
hitters.
6 more outs to make it work.
Looks like new pitcher is Max LaMonica on the mound now for North Quincy. Oh boy.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Raiders, number 9, Max LaMonica.
Who are they supposed to play tomorrow, Joe?
Hanover.
And then not again until Tuesday.
Correct, yeah.
So it's got to be a bullpen session. Right? Instead of pitching tomorrow, because he doesn't think he's going to get...
So they assume no game tomorrow.
Yeah. So he stays in a rhythm. He throws today. What's today, Wednesday? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. He throws Tuesday. 5 days rest. Makes sense.
So LaMonica coming into pitch, and it looks like Joe Carroll has come into the game over at first base.
Leading off for the Presidents at the bottom of the 6th inning, the second baseman, number 11, Luke Welter.
All right, Luke Welter coming up now. Second baseman for the Presidents, 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. And LaMonica's first pitch is a ball inside.
It's nice to see the mayor here at the start of the game. It was nice to see Dave Murphy here from Park Department here, beginning of the game. It was an excellent crowd at the beginning. It just thinned out because it's freezing out.
And that's the wind, and it got cool as the sun went down.
Little Blacks Creek barbecue.
There's a big line over there, it looked like.
They sold out hot dogs before I even got there. They didn't know I was going. I can tell you we don't sell out hot dogs in the summer, just so we're on the same page.
Plenty in the cooler ready to put on the grill, right?
If your money's green, we got it. Just pitch my backs.
And Welter goes down looking for the strikeout.
The left fielder, number 8, Alex Saunders.
When's opening day for the set this year?
You're asking me
The trivia question.
You're asking me the hard questions, Sean. So,
Alex Saunders up at the plate. See strike 1.
we open on the road. Strike 2. He's going to see strike 3 in a minute. June 7th at Westwood. June 8th at Braintree. Home opener, June 10th. Against Ty Park.
Right into the swing of things right off the bat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No easy outs. District 6. Yep.
And strike 3 there as Saunders goes down.
Yeah, no easy outs in District 6.
The shortstop, number 1, Ronald Gonzalez.
Emmett Allen's got to come way in. He's way too deep in right field.
Ronald Gonzalez 1 for 2 tonight. So Bach was just called there.
One, two.
And that one looked like it might have just missed there from LaMonica. 2-2. That one's in the dirt. And throw down. Gonzalez is out on the strikeout. So a quick 1-2-3 inning there for Max LaMonica. Joe McNeil coming in to pitch for the Presidents. And Nicholas DeBlasi is going to go into right field, number 16.
attention, please. Now pitching for the Presidents, number 10, Joe McNeil.
Not that this game is over, John, because it's not. We both played baseball. We both understand that anything can happen. But at this point in time in the game, this is where Edgerly and Beach, their respective coaches for tonight, get the seniors in, right? So just looking at North Quincy, their seniors mostly play, except for Cam Morgan, and I know Cam Morgan's a PO, so I don't know if Cam Morgan will get an at-bat. As I look over there, it doesn't look like it. Looks like Grazioso, James Tolan, and then top would be Ronan, so he's a senior. They only have 4 seniors. 3 of them are the captains, and they play every inning of every game. And Cam Morgan is the other one. I don't know if he'll throw the 7th or not, or how he's going to do it. For Quincy, there's quite a few seniors, and I'm sure Rick will do the right thing by putting them in.
Leading off for the Raiders at the
I do
top of
remember,
the
although it
inning,
was
the second baseman,
a long time
number 2,
ago.
Jack
I do
Grazioso.
remember the last inning of playing North Quincy, and it's the last sporting event of the year, right? It's not like football where, okay, we got basketball next. Basketball, okay, we got baseball next. This is it. There is no next. So this is the last time these guys will experience this rivalry, and obviously it's not the same rivalry that it was when we were in school. These guys all are really close, and some of them are neighbors, but it's still a special thing and something that these guys will remember for a long time. Like McNeil will always, regardless of the end of the score of this game, Joe McNeil will remember throwing the 7th inning, regardless of what happens. If he strikes everybody out or gives up 50 runs, he's going to remember.
Jack Grazioso up at the plate for North. And McNeil's falling behind 3-0 here. See if he takes a beat to slow things down.
The shortstop, number 11, James Tolan.
James Tolan coming up now. Strikeout, single, and a walk for Tolan. And that one just misses.
Brian Gustafson in center field's like, where did that miss? Look at him.
Yeah.
Where did that miss?
In the dirt. When picking back up here at Adams. All right, Joe McNeil has worked back here to count full, 3-2 to James Tolan.
3-2, no outs. Is he going?
And Grazioso holds it, gets a big lead, and that one just misses.
Oh,
Back-to-back walks thrown here by Joe McNeil.
The center fielder, number 24.
First and second for Ronan Brown, top of the order. Brown's 2 for 3. A ground out, a walk, and 2 singles. And called strike. Fouled back right towards us.
I had my glove just in case. I was ready.
We talked about those twitch reflexes there.
Yeah. The ball hit the fence and hit the ground before I even knew it was coming at us. I sit in the corner here, the dugout for games, like out where the on-deck circle is. Third base side. When a lefty comes up, I move all the way down. Catcher's looking for the sign of what pitch to call. I'm like, yeah, with a lefty, it's on you, man, because I'm nowhere near there. 3.
That one's high. Back again. Has Warsaw invested in the electronic pitch calling there for the catcher to call things off to the pitcher?
No, we've invested in this hand signal. I tell you what to throw by telling you the numbers. That's about it. My luck, the battery would die in the most important part of the thing.
Ground ball to left field. Here comes the throw, and it's going to be safe down to third, and he's safe there as well. RBI single for Ronan Brown.
So, Tolan's on first. You get a hit in front of you where he can see it. He takes a hard turn around second. The outfielder sails his cutoff man, and Tolan just keeps going, never hesitates. Slides into third base safe, and you give him an extra base. Why Ronan's not on second is a different story.
And Brown takes off, standing up into second for the steal.
Single to right.
That's a line drive into right center. And it's going to get past the
Timmy's got some wheels.
Tolan rounding second. And he's going to have a triple. And 2 more runs coming in here for North Quincy as they start to open things up here in the top of the 7th.
The right fielder, number 13, Emmett Allen.
Emmett Allen now up, takes the first pitch for a ball. And that's going to drop in center field for an RBI single. Tolan comes home to score.
Now hitting. Scarvalis, pinch hitter.
As you said, Aiden Scarvalis coming up to the plate.
Raiders, number 21, Aiden Scarvalis.
Now, John, they're the away team, so even if they get to 10, doesn't Quincy have a chance or no?
Yeah, Quincy still is going to get there at bat, yeah. Now, just does get fouled back there by Scarvalis. Scarvalis, a junior for North.
Junior pitcher, very good pitcher.
He's batting in LaMonica's spot, so we might see him come out for...
I don't know. I might re-enter LaMonica. I don't know. Looks like somebody walked down to the bullpen. It might have been LaMonica. I can't see that far, John.
And that one just misses.
Pinch hitter on deck as well.
Ground ball,
Nice play.
McNeil coming off the mound and gets the runner out at first.
Nice play, Joe. That's an excellent play.
Your attention, please. Now batting for the Raiders, number 1, Joe Cuniff.
All right, junior Joe Cuniff coming up.
I got a pinch hitter on deck as well. Another one.
One's fouled back. Two and one now to Joe Cuniff. And that one's in the dirt, and Beach can't get in front of it. And that one's in there as well, but Beach is able to get a hand on it to keep it in front of him. So Cuniff goes down to first on the walk, and coming up now is Brendan Duddy, Jr.
Now batting for the Raiders, number 4, Brendan Duddy.
Fan favorite here at Adams. Great kid, Dud. Duddy's a great kid. And another pinch hitter on deck.
And he's fouled back. 0-2 now. And strike three called there as McNeil gets a strikeout.
Your attention, please.
Cam Morgan.
Now batting for the Raiders, number 10, Cam Morgan.
Another fan favorite.
You mentioned Cam, the senior for North.
We are trying very hard to get Mr. Morgan to come to Quincy College next year and play baseball. Very hard. As a pitcher. He's had a very good season for North Quincy pitching. Mostly in relief. I don't. If he has one start, that would be a lot. I think he comes in mid-innings as a bridge guy or a closer. He's had an excellent season for North as a pitcher.
That one's low and 2-2 now to Cam Morgan.
This place will go crazy if he gets a hit, John. They went crazy on a foul ball. He slaps one to right. Boy, oh boy.
Full count here.
First base is on the move.
So Joe Cunoff at first.
He's making the most of this at bat.
Fouls that one off again.
Oh, yeah. Nice 10-pitch at bat.
So this will be pitch number 10 here.
All four, he draws a walk.
The second baseman, number 2, Jack Grazioso.
Jack Grazioso coming up. Grazioso has 3 walks and a single here tonight.
4 walks and a
I had to say, I didn't hit by a pitch.
Let's get them all in there. On base 5 times. What's wrong with that?
Say RBI hit by the pitch.
The shortstop, number 11,
James Tolan up now.
Tolan.
It's 13-4, John. If he throws this thing anywhere near the circle, it should be a strike.
One and 2 the count to Tolan. Nice block by Beach. Tolan with a strikeout, a single, and 2 walks.
Strike 3.
And it is strike 3. So North takes a 13-4 lead as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning.
I would assume that Edgerly is just re-entering all the starters back.
So LaMonica's back out on the mound.
Yeah, Doyle's back out at third. That's Timmy behind the dish. Yeah, all the stars are going back out. So Cam Morgan must be pitching tomorrow, if there is a tomorrow or whatever the next thing may be. Sean, what kind of bat is that this kid has in that circle?
It looks like it is a pencil. Quite the design out there.
Okay. All right. He's a senior.
So we're going to see it's Andrew Errico, who's in the on deck circle. Looks like he's going to lead off here.
Your attention, please. Now batting for the Presidents at the bottom of the 7th inning, number 4, Andrew Errico.
So you can see a good shot of the bat right there.
Trying to be good, John.
Number 2 pencil out there.
Trying to be nice, John. Okay? Just trying to be nice. No way. Stop it.
Shows bunt, but it's a ball.
You think he would have bunted if it was a strike?
You can see right there. It's quite a design out there.
It's quite a design for a high school baseball player. Whatever. Good for him. Hope he hits a home run with it.
So I don't think you can buy that at Dick's. I think that's going to have to be some sort of custom order there.
You just egging me on, John, now. Just dangling that carrot for me to go crazy.
And he takes ball 4, Errico. Draws the walk.
Another pinch hitter.
All right, and senior Brady O'Neill coming up now to the plate.
Number 23, Brady O'Neill.
And strike 3 call as Errico takes second base on the steal, or really defensive indifference there for North.
Your attention, please. Now batting for the Presidents, number 19, Jack Boyd.
All right, number 19, senior Jack Boyd comes up to the plate.
Now, if this kid steals home, I'll be impressed. Come on, Max. Throw the ball over the plate. Unbelievable.
1-1 the count to Boyd.
Be here. Pinch hitter.
All right, Devin McFarland,
He's now batting
senior,
for the
coming up here for North Quincy.
Number
Excuse me, for
21,
Quincy.
Devin McPartland.
Strike one called.
Now the ump's in the groove.
Quincy down to their final out here. And that one just misses. 1-2.
Oh, boy.
And strike three call. And LaMonica
The ball game. Your final score. The North
strikes out the
Quincy
side there to end the seventh inning, and a big victory here for North Quincy, 13-4 over the Presidents. And we talked about a couple times here today. It was a big victory for North Quincy. They were 7-9 coming into this game. They moved to 8-9. Try to improve their standing, improve their power ranking, and also move closer to that 500 record to guarantee a spot into the Division I baseball playoffs.
So they will get a few points at the power rankings. Not many, but they will get a few because of they won by more than 4 runs. So that's big. 4 is the magic number in baseball if somebody is below you in the power rankings. So they did a great job. And they got to win to get close to the 500. So they do both things there. And listen, Edge got them moving. Edge got them moving in the right direction.
So again, they moved to 8-9 in the season, scheduled to play Hanover, Plymouth South, and Scituate to round out the season for North Quincy. The Presidents, they have a few more games left. They're supposed to play Friday at Plymouth South, and the next week, Monday versus Hanover, Tuesday at Pembroke, Wednesday versus Plymouth South, and Thursday versus Cathedral, which will be their senior night celebration here at Adams Field.
When is the North senior night, do you know?
I think they might have already had it. It is not on their schedule, so if not, they haven't had it. It could be sometime next
South?
week. Yeah, it could be Plymouth South. So, so try to come out here in the last couple of games if you can to support the Presidents and the Raiders here at Adams Field. Take a look at their schedule, which is posted on the Quincy Public Schools website. Both the athletic directors do a great job there. Kevin Mahoney, the athletic director for Quincy Public Schools, and Matt Rodriguez for Quincy, and Martin Dunham for North, the assistant athletic directors, doing a great job. Certainly helping us out here at QATV as well, and everyone else in the city of Quincy to make sure, keep things organized. It's certainly in summer, in the spring, when you got rainouts and trying to schedule 4 different fields where things might be, and then working with the park department and rainouts and rescheduling and stuff like that. And it's certainly a tough thing, as you know, when we get rainouts in the summer as well, trying to rearrange things, it can be tough.
It's very tough. I'm fortunate enough to just have to worry about one team. I mean, Kevin Mahoney has to worry about 2 schools, and he just doesn't worry about baseball in the spring. You know what I mean? He's got tennis, as we now know, and every other sport, lacrosse, hockey, and everything else. So they do a really good job of keeping things updated. They update the Twitter all the time. They update the Facebook all the time. The website's updated all the time. So Mahoney and his crew and his staff, they do an unbelievable job of keeping you updated. And you're right, John, if you can come out the last couple nights here at Adams to support these seniors, whether they make the tournament or don't, it's very special. I can't tell you how special it is to play on this field with your high school friends. You just don't know how many times you can do it, or you're going to do it, or when you'll ever do it again. So it's very special.
Well, I thank our crew that came out here tonight to make this game possible on camera. We had Michael Merrick and also Nadan Nair. In the truck, running everything smoothly in there on graphics was Frank Hart. Our engineer was Chris Potter, and our director was Peter Doherty. So the final score here at Adams Field, North Quincy 13 and the Quincy Presidents 4. For Steve Mays, you can catch him on the Faxon Park tennis courts sometime next week. And hope you take a look up there for him swinging with the forehand.
Triathlon.
Yeah, and then see if he's doing the 5K. So for Steve Mays, I want to thank him for joining us. My name is Jonathan Clary. Thanks for tuning in to this edition of QATV Sports. We'll see you next time.